Hey guys, Quick and Crazy back again with another Battlefront 2 video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about kind of what needs to change in my opinion in Battlefront 2, what needs to be improved upon or what could be improved upon and in what ways they can be, those things can be improved upon. Now this isn't a video just destroying Battlefront 2. I know a lot of people are just hating on that game loads now. That seems to be like a popular thing to do now just because it had loot crates in. This isn't that. I'm wanting to offer kind of like decent feedback that developers can actually use to improve the game. That's what it is. And I've put probably about 100, maybe not 100, like 75 hours into the game now at least. So I've encountered a ton of problems, or not a ton, but quite a few problems that I think could be fixed and pretty easily be fixed. I'm going to give you a list of all the things that I've found so far that I think should be improved upon or should maybe be fixed. Now, first and foremost, this really is the worst. The multiplayer servers are terrible. I repeat, they are terrible. They're really, really bad. Which, the game's just come out. Call of Duty World War II had terrible servers when it first came out. Battlefield 1 had terrible servers. Battlefront 1 had terrible servers when it first came out. So you gotta give it, you gotta give it a bit of leeway and a bit of slack, because it is a brand new game, and it is EA servers after all. They're never amazing, are they? But searching for matches, especially in Heroes vs Villains and Strike, two of the smaller player count game modes, can sometimes take absolutely forever. And even when a match is found, often the minimum player count has not been achieved. Even when you do find a match, it's like half of a match, and that's not enough to actually play the game. It is even harder to find a match when you are in a multiplayer group. If you watch my Battlefront 2 streams, a lot of people who watch my content and stuff, they join me in my Battlefront 2 streams, like join me in game. A lot of those guys are from the US, so different regions sometimes does make it take longer to find a match. But still, when I'm trying to find a match with with those dudes and trying to find a match with my viewers and my live stream viewers, it takes so long sometimes. Sometimes it's instant, but sometimes it takes so goddamn long. But even solo queuing, even trying to find a match on my own, it takes quite a while usually. It really does take quite a while. So I think they could improve that. And talking about the multiplayer group system, it's really inefficient. And it's inefficient because, like, the leader of the multiplayer group, say I'm the leader of the multiplayer group, I wouldn't be able to start a match unless everyone who is in my multiplayer group, in my party or in-game party, I wouldn't be able to start searching for a match until everyone is at the main menu with me, which is really crazy because it's really, really hard to sort of coordinate. Like I said, I've been playing with people. It's hard to coordinate with like 5-6 people, get everyone onto the goddamn main menu. It should be I think this is what it was like in Battlefield 1 and Battlefront 1. You should be able to start searching for a match even if everyone in the multiplayer group is actually already in a match of their own, and then they should just receive a notification, when your match begins or when you finally find a match, and then they should sort of receive a ping or a little message at the top giving them an option to join the game if they want to. That would be a much more efficient system, but it's like they just opted for against that, I guess, even though they've used it, I think, in Battlefield 1 and maybe in Battlefront 1. Yeah, I think they did in Battlefront 1 as well, so it eludes me still, like, why they would not just go with that proven working system. And even when you do get all of your teammates, all of your your party mates or your group mates on the main menu, sometimes it won't sort of allow you to find a match. The game will still think that you are like some of your multiplayer group or some of your friends or teammates or whatever. It will class them as being still in a match even though everyone is at the main menu. It kind of glitches out, and then it won't allow you to start a match until you restart the game, and then everyone else has to restart the game. It's really annoying. That really does need to be fixed, in my opinion, because that's like the servers and the multiplayer group. That's like the main sort of foundation of the game. Now, there are some hero balancing issues as well. For example, Chewbacca is incredibly overpowered. His combat roll should be slowed down, I think. On B or circle if you're on PlayStation. I think he shouldn't be able to roll as often, and I think it should be sort of slower or just changed. I don't think he should have a combat roll. I think he should kind of have like a little bit of a dash or like a Wookiee wiggle to the left and to the right, but I don't think he should have a like a proper roll, because it didn't really reflect his size well and his body shape. Like with Vader, for example, he just has kind of like a dash, like a force dash. Chewbacca should have something like that, because He's such a powerful character and he can do so much damage at medium and close range. He shouldn't be able to just roll out of the way like Han Solo or Lando Calrissian. I think his current one is kind of unfair and unbalanced, so I think he should just have like a little dash to the left and to the right. And I don't think he should be able to use it as often as he can. And I also think that there should be a mash A/mash X option for breaking out of Kylo Ren and Rey's freeze and mind trick abilities. Currently, if you get hit by those abilities, it's super annoying, super hard, especially if you're in like heroes versus villains. It's not so bad because you're playing as a hero or a villain, so you can sort of still deal damage. But a normal player, say if Kylo or Rey use those abilities on you in Galactic Assault, you're screwed. You really are screwed. There's nothing you can do unless you get used to playing with inverted controls. With you know, Rey's ability obviously inverts your controls and everything. I think there should be an option to just like mash A like there is with Darth Vader when you're being force choked by Darth Vader. There should be an option to like mash A or mash X until you break out of that ability. It would just make a little bit more sense, and I think Rey and Kylo Ren's sort of confusion or sort of, I don't know, mind trick abilities should really be nerfed in that way. I think they can, you know, you could use them on the entire enemy team on Galactic Assault, and there's nothing they can do about it. You could kill them all in one fell swoop then. I think there should be sort of like a mash A ability or mash, you know, mash jump button, whatever it is for you guys. There should be an option to break out of it. I think it would make more sense since they gave one for Darth Vader and his chokehold. Yoda also needs a movement and sprint speed boost and also an increased jump height, in my opinion. He should also be given the ability to block lightsaber attacks. It makes zero sense that you can't block lightsaber attacks. Me and some of the people that watch my streams and join my streams, we were saying that he's basically useless in heroes versus villains because, you know, there's at least 3 enemy heroes or villains on the enemy team on heroes versus villains that are using lightsabers. So if you can't block lightsabers, Yoda's pretty useless unless, you know, apart from the fact that he can buff his teammates, he's pretty goddamn useless at that point. It makes no sense why he can't, you know, can't block lightsabers. He can block blasters, but can't block lightsabers. It really doesn't make no sense. He has a place in Galactic Assault because he can block blasters, but he really does not have a place in heroes versus villains for the simple fact that he can't block lightsabers. It's very frustrating. Anyone who loves playing as Yoda just loves him as a character and loves his playstyle. I'm guessing you're pretty frustrated. I think they should have a block option for Yoda, and also a movement and sprint speed boost. Currently, apart from Chewbacca, he's the slowest hero slash villain, and he's got a really reduced jump height. Now, considering how powerful he is with the Force in the story and in the film and stuff, he should have a really high jump height, or at least the same as Rey's. You know, Rey's a freaking noob in Force Awakens. She shouldn't have a higher Force jump height than Yoda. It makes no sense. And it also makes getting around the map as Yoda really annoying because you're so slow. You know, you're kind of an easy target sometimes, and it makes it hard to get over stuff and get over walls or up onto ledges at times. Leia's gun does slightly too much damage. I've gone up against her as Maul, like she's only got like 10% health left, and she's destroyed me. I got a lot of experience with Maul. I'm pretty damn good with Maul, so I think it does a little bit too much damage. Leia's weapon does. Maybe it should be nerfed by 5 to 10%. Then again, though, I don't play with Leia. I haven't currently got her unlocked, so I don't know. That's just my opinion. Obviously, I may be wrong. When you open a crate and receive a star card that you already own, it currently is automatically sold for credits. It's called a duplicate card, and it's currently sold for credits. I think you should get 50% credits and 50% crafting parts instead of just credits, because crafting parts are super useful. They're the way to level up your classes and your heroes and villains. So I think you should get half crafting parts, you know, like 10 crafting parts, and then at the same time, like, I don't know, 200 credits, depending on how valuable the star card is. It would make upgrading your characters and trooper classes a little bit easier. That little bit easier, because it's super hard to get like heroes and stuff to epic level, and get, you know, be able to get enough crafting parts to upgrade to epic level, upgrade their star cards to epic level. So I think that would be kind of a good sort of temper and balance for that. Heroes vs Villains matches will not start until both teams are full 4v4, you know, until both teams have all 8 players, but often enough players are found for like a 3v3, which would still make for a pretty normal and fun match and a pretty, you know, entertaining match. 3v3 works as long as the teams are even. Really, you know, 2v2 would work. Not be as fun as a 4v4, but still it would work. But the game still doesn't start until it's a full 4v4, and I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll get put into a Heroes vs Villains match, And because the servers are really bad, like I said, especially on Heroes vs Villains, sometimes you'll be waiting for like the one final 8th player for about, well, what seemed like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's really annoying, and a lot of the time, the other players in your lobby and in your game will just rage quit from the fact that, you know, you haven't found a match. It is annoying, it really is. I think if enough players have been found for a 3v3, that'll make a lot more sense for the game to just start automatically. At least in my opinion. Now, glitches and bugs is its own sort of section and its own sort of part of the video. Now, there is a glitch on some Heroes vs Villains maps where if a player, a player will fall from the edge of the map but won't die. They'll survive like outside of the barrier at the bottom of the map, like Kashiro Beach, the Heroes vs Villains map for that, and not Naboo. I've never seen it in Naboo. There was another one. I can't remember what the other one was. Oh, Hoth. That was the other one. And yeah, they'll fall off the edge of the map, but they'll survive at the bottom of the map, and they can't die unless they click respawn on the start screen, and they can't be killed unless someone is, you know, really good with like long range gunfire and playing as a, you know, a blaster type hero or villain. And it's super annoying because sometimes they'll be the marked target. They'll be like the VIP that you've got to take out, and it's super annoying because then it's impossible to kill them. It's impossible to kill them, so you're automatically going to lose a point. You're automatically going to lose your marked target, you know, the one that you have to defend. He's going to die sooner or later because that guy that's outside of the map is unkillable, basically. Obviously, if you got like Han Solo and threw your bomb down and hit him right in the exact perfect spot, maybe you could kill him. Other than that, I don't think it would work. Some challenges do not allow players to redeem the reward for completing them, but continue to give alerts saying that they are ready to be redeemed. If you looked in your challenge section, you've probably seen that some of your challenges have been completed, and that you should return to the main menu, go to like the career section, and redeem a challenge. But then when you go there, there's nothing there. It's kind of misleading. It's annoying, especially considering how long it takes to get back into a game after you leave, you know, to the main menu to redeem the challenge. Kind of annoying. There's also a glitch that prevents players from using any of their abilities and prevents jumping on top of that in Heroes vs Villains. The only way of breaking this is by dying or intentionally respawning. It's super annoying when you're the marked target, when you're, you know, the one that the enemy team has to try and take out, because you can't intentionally respawn then. It doesn't give you the option to intentionally respawn at that point. And you basically you sign up for an early death at that point because you can't use your abilities, you can't jump, you're pretty screwed. And a lot of the time it will take away your ability to block as well, which again, super annoying, it really is. Now that's all of the sort of the issues I have with Battlefront 2 currently. There are probably others, and you know, what I just said about not being able to block, that's super annoying too. That is another point, and that's super goddamn annoying too. But I'd say that kind of links to the last point about not being able to use your abilities. Let me know what you guys think. If there's anything else that you guys have found or run into during playing, then let me know in the comments, because the more people that talk about it, the more people that make these videos, and the more people that comment in these videos, the likelier that EA is actually going to see it and view it as valuable feedback and hopefully fix it, especially some of the Heroes vs Villains ones, because I play Heroes vs Villains a ton. It's really annoying. Like every couple of matches I get these freaking annoying glitches that I've told you guys about in this video. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it helpful or informative in any way. If you did, leave a like. If you want to see any more of my videos or any Battlefront 2 streams, I stream basically every day. Not always, but basically every day. And definitely stick around and subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.